Hey guys, welcome back. Just figured I'd jump on here and put together a quick video. It's been a while since I put one out. Wanted to give you guys an update, let you know how everything's going, where I'm at as far as how many miles I've driven, the challenges, what I like about it, stuff like that. So today is was it Friday? Yeah, Friday, November 9th, and I've driven 12 days since being in the classroom. So I've been out with my driver trainer for 2 weeks now, and at this point I've driven approximately 5,218 miles. So I'm a little over 1/3 of the way through my 15,000 mile minimum to be with my driver trainer. And as you can see, I keep track daily how many miles I have driven. So you can pause that and look at what I've been doing on a daily basis. My trainer's goal for me is to drive. I don't know why is this out of focus. Sorry. My trainer's goal for me is to drive 500 miles a day, which is roughly 10 hours or so. That number is extremely variant, obviously depending on traffic and weather and stuff like that. So, but that's where he says, the money could be made if you average upwards of 500 miles a day. So through the 12 days of driving, my average is 433 miles a day. I can feel my endurance getting longer, getting better. When I first started, my first day was 310 miles. It took me 4 hours. I was exhausted after that. But then every day is definitely more than that. 400, 508, 450, 480. My biggest day was 657 miles. I burned out almost my entire 11-hour clock. So that was the day before our first home time. My trainer took 2 days of home time. So we really booked it to get back home here so he could be with his family. So that first 6 days that we were out, I did 2,787 miles that I drove. Let me tell you, that first full day off, I was completely useless. I think I was in the bed and slept for about 12 hours just because my body wasn't used to all the driving. I mean, the driving part itself, the sitting, yeah, anybody can really do that. But to drive these big rigs for that long of a time, it really does take a lot of energy, a lot of stamina needs to be built up, because it's way different than a car, because you're constantly looking for, you're scanning the roads, you're looking at the mirrors, you're doing small calculations. With these trucks, they have the Bendix system, which is both a lane mitigation or a lane watch system and a distance to the object in front of you. It will tell you both. How many seconds ahead it is and the speed of that car. And if you're within a certain distance, it'll beep at you, and at another certain distance, it'll turn on the indoor camera and record what's going on to make sure that you're not distracted and being unsafe. I rely on that tool very heavily, and I appreciate that tool, and I like it. It helps you become and stay a safe driver and have enough following distance to be comfortable stopping the rig if need be. And there's been quite a few times where I've had to stop or slow down quite quickly. So keep your distance, increase that following distance. It definitely helps. Let's see what else. So backing this part of the training with the driver trainer, so you've already learned all the basic fundamentals and all that stuff. The goal of the driver trainer, being with a driver trainer for 15,000 miles, is to get you to learn the industry, to learn the steps of what to do at shippers, receivers, the dynamic situations on the road, make sure that you're not running over curbs, understanding the off-tracking in real world situations, teaching you how to set up your backs when you're going into docks or dropping off trailers or what have you. So that's what this part of the training is about, and that's what I've been learning. I'm learning a ton, and when it comes to backing into shippers, receivers, in my opinion, the most important part of that process is your setup. So thinking through where you need to set everything up. And the most important part of that setup are your tandems, are your trailer tandems. What do you need to do with the tractor and the nose of the trailer to get your tandems pointed at the hole that you're trying to enter, or at the dock you're trying to dock at? That's what I'm learning now, and every day, every opportunity is getting easier, getting better. It's making more sense. And Chris White is my trainer. He's doing an awesome job. He's very patient, he's very knowledgeable, and he's very good at what he does. So that helps things. So all in all, it's been going great. I'm still liking my choice of coming here to Millis. Yes, we are still we're still just drivers. We're still cogs in the wheel. But Millis is a great company. They really are. The communication is good. The training is good. All that stuff. So I'm very happy with my decision thus far. So another exciting news. I said this is Friday. So 2 days ago, Wednesday, I took my CDL test up in Richfield, Wisconsin, and yeah, I passed. My first chance, I passed. Let me tell you guys, that was the most nervous I've been in a long time. I was confident in what I knew, because I've been practicing that pre-trip for months, and I actually got to the point where I was having dreams about the dadgum pre-trip, and that's, yeah, whatever, good, bad, whatever. But I got it done. First try, I got some things marked off, which, I mean, if you can get through the entire test flawless, you're a miracle worker. But hey, I passed. That's the biggest thing. That's a huge weight off my shoulders. But if any of you have any questions about the state of Wisconsin, because each state is a little bit different at this point, the government's working towards a centralized testing system, I think. Chris said that way everybody tests the same, but as of right now, each state tests differently. What I had to do personally is the approach on the pre-trip. I did the approach, the entire engine, the coupling system, each person gets a little bit different outside things to inspect. Every single person does the in-cab, the entire in-cab. So gauges, switches, glass, brakes, and bleed down. So every single person does the entire in-cab and safety thing, required safety equipment. And as far as the backing maneuvers that I had to do, straight back, sight side offset, and 90-degree alley dock. And the biggest reason why Millis and Chris was pushing me to test in Wisconsin, I'm from Florida, if you remember, is because Wisconsin, they have number one, they have a great relationship with the guys who test, and they know exactly what they're looking for. So they can prepare us for the test. Now, the tester actually comes into the Richfield terminal. So we have access to use the Richfield terminal to practice the backing maneuvers and the pre-trip and all that stuff before we get tested the day of. So that is a huge, huge advantage in my opinion, because I was able to sharpen up and refresh my skills from the backing range here in Cartersville, and get used to that range. So that was a huge opportunity to be able to practice. So, and then the road test, I don't know, I drove roughly 10 miles. I wasn't paying attention to the how many miles it was, but it felt 10-ish miles, and very little of it was interstate. We just took like a half-mile part of interstate to get to a part of the town that he wanted to do. But it was a very dynamic road test, meaning there was a lot of right turns, left turns, country driving, a little bit uphill, downhill, speed control, stop signs. I actually went through 2 roundabouts and across some train tracks, some pretty darn tight turns where if you're not in your mirrors and you're not paying attention, you will take out signs, you will hit curbs, and that's an automatic fail. Sign up for the next week, come back, pay your fee, try again. So luckily, when I was driving with Chris, he's always making sure, watch your mirrors, watch those tandems, and that was the same with Steve in the initial driving part of the training. So, they tell us that it's not truck driving, it's trailer driving, and that is 100% right on, because anybody can get into a bobtailed truck and drive it, and it's very similar to a car, other than it has a huge amount of torque and all that stuff. But as far as handling and turning, it's very similar to a regular four-wheeler vehicle. Once you attach that trailer, it's a whole nother world, boy. So when they say it's trailer driving, it's 100% accurate. So let's see, what else? How is it being with somebody virtually 24/7? I lucked out. That was one of the things I was nervous about, actually liking the person I was with and not hating every minute of every day. Chris is a great guy. He's goofy when he wants to be and needs to be, but also serious and gets down to business and wants to roll, make money when the time is right. So we get along pretty good. So I think he would say the same. So that part has been very good. It took a couple nights to get adjusted to sleeping in the truck. We haven't been idling because it's in the fall. You don't really need to at this point. I think we had the heater on one night, but other than that, it's just we have these small fans for white noise and to cool you down a little bit. And I think the second night I started to sleep a little bit better, but you know, for me, it's crucial to get a good night's sleep to be able to push through safely that 7, 8, 10 hours of driving time. Because, you know, until I get my stamina up. So, but other than that, guys, everything's going awesome. Everything's going great. If you have any questions, by all means, I'd love hearing from you guys. I love getting the questions. I think up to this point, I've answered every single question, every single comment that I've gotten on every video. So please, I'd love to hear from you guys. I even put my email in my about section. So if you want to email me, feel free to do that too, if you don't want your comment or question to be public. So yeah, let me know any questions. But I want to give a huge shout out to a fellow YouTuber from Millis. He's also a trainer. His name is Pebbles Bootlegger. So I want you guys to go over and check out his channel and subscribe to him and follow him. He has some good good content. That's his logo, Pebbles Bootlegger. So go over and check out his stuff. And like I said, go ahead and subscribe to him. He's looking to grow his base. So he right now he's at 560, 70 subscribers. When he was at 500 subscribers, he did a 500 subscriber giveaway, and I entered into it, and I won. That was very awesome, because I'm the kind of guy that doesn't win much of anything ever. So let me show you a couple of things that he was giving away here. First off, he gave away a 5,000 milliamp battery pack. That's what I showed you here. Has his brand sticker name on it, and it has a percentage, LED percentage, so you know how much is left on it. That's a little charging cable, so that's really neat. I've never had one of those before. So he also part of the package was this, how big is it? 20 ounce, very nice Stanley coffee mug that you see at the Love's truck stops. It's one of these that you have the button to drink and stop, and it's insulated, so it keeps hot stuff hot and cold stuff cold. It's rated for 9 hours hot and 12 hours cold, so, and 40 hours with just ice. So that was awesome. And the other thing was a very nice duffel bag, Adidas duffel bag, and you can see it's in Millis colors, the maroon and silver. So the maroon is the color of the trucks, so he thought that was kind of appropriate. So yeah, so those three things he gave away for his 500 subscriber giveaway. So thanks, I appreciate it. So head on over to his channel after you're done watching this and subscribe to him. But that's it for now, guys. You know, sorry I'm not putting out any other sort of content, but I'm just busy learning everything, and I really don't feel comfortable pulling out my phone and being distracted by recording this, that, and the other, and setting up stuff for shots. And you know, I'm planning on hoping to do that when I get out solo, get some more daily shots and videos and stuff like that. So Love to hear from you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. But for now, that's it. All right, take care. We'll see ya.
Like, subscribe, and get them notifications.